been breaking all sorts of YouTube records.
Atingiu aí recentemente a marca de 1 bilhão de seguidores nas redes sociais.
أكثر من مليار متابع.
Ha sido el más rápido de la historia y lo hace batiendo todos los récords.
Action. UR Cristiano.
Esto no estaba, te lo juro.
And I walked them, yes. What? Really? You are. I love it. Top of Shumiter. Search UR Cristiano and subscribe. UR Cristiano. Ciao.
Hello. All right. Welcome everyone. Thank you for carving time out of your busy schedules to be here with us today. My name's Seb Joseph. I'm the executive editor of news at Digiday, and I'll be moderating what promises to be a candid and lively discussion on one of the most exciting stories in sports entertainment. That is Cristiano Ronaldo's YouTube channel. It's no understatement to say that it's one of the biggest examples of an athlete becoming a media brand in their own right, but it's also something that has big implications for the wider market. And luckily for us, we have an amazing group of speakers and experts to unravel that for us. First up, we have Tomás Froes, who is the CEO of Dentsu Creative Iberia. He and his team worked to launch the YouTube channel a year ago and continue to work on its strategy as well as negotiate branded content and product placements. Next, we have Sarah Dale, Binance's head of global partnerships, who leads partnerships with Cristiano Ronaldo, Alpine F1, The Weeknd, and others. She brings 20 years of experience in marketing and entertainment, working with major brands including McDonald's, Molson Coors, T-Mobile, PepsiCo, and Hard Rock. And last but by no means least, we have Pedro Pina, the VP of YouTube EMEA. He leads YouTube's business across the region, managing relationships with creators, media partners, broadcasters, and studios. Previously, he held roles at McCann World Group, France Telecom, Yum, PepsiCo, P&G, among others. Before we dive into the conversation, though, I think we have a message from a familiar face to share with you all.
Esta ha sido una gran colaboración desde que lancé mi canal UR Cristiano y seguimos con nuevas ideas. ¿Quién sabe con alguno de vosotros? Un abrazo a todos los nuevos youtubers y ya sabéis, subscribe.
What a great way to start the panel. Tomás, can you set the scene for us and kind of talk us through the channel's genesis? Because we've all seen the headlines, right? The channel gained, 1 million subscribers in like 90 minutes. But we don't know the origin story of it. So talk us through how it started.
Well, first of all, we are talking about the biggest launch in YouTube story. So we beat all the records, the 1 hour record, the 2 hours record, the 1 day record, the 1 month record. All the records were beaten, so something we did well. And I think the first point, and I will tell you the story behind the scenes of this channel, because it's all about the Cristiano compromise with the channel. If not, it doesn't work. Pedro used to tell me, Tomás, look, YouTube is consistent. YouTube is compromise. So we are not talking about Instagram or Facebook. It's a totally different platform. So when Cristiano launched this idea with us, he told us one thing that is real, and you need to understand that Cristiano is not a YouTuber. Cristiano is a football player. So the level of compromise with him on this channel was key to create the content for the launch. And then we have a lot of discussions, how should we launch this? In a normal way of YouTube, or in a different way, in a game changer of YouTube? And we decide the second option. So against all the odds, we launched the channel with 18 videos in the first day. And this was part of the success because Cristiano told us, look, to open my channel, I want to really be close to our fans, to my fans. So it was easy to create a channel with CX7 brand, but we created with UR Cristiano. Why UR Cristiano? Because we want to show, he wants to show a Cristiano that nobody has seen before. So Cristiano out of the pitch, Cristiano with his friends, Cristiano with his wife, Cristiano with his hobbies, Cristiano with his kids. And the YouTube audience, and Pedro could talk about it, but the YouTube audience knows exactly what they want to see and to consume. So it's a kind of, Cristiano doesn't see this as a commercial platform, he sees it as cultural platform. And through the cultural entertainment to his life, through his friends, through his hobbies, we feed, in the good way, in the good meaning, the audience to this channel. And it was very important one thing. We saw different celebrities and different football players fail in YouTube. So we have these learnings to don't do the same as the others because they failed, and we are talking about big celebrities, and do something different. And what we want to do is show Cristiano as we never showed him before, and start a strategy that we call the first dance, because he's ending his career, that is from the green carpet of a pitch to the red carpet of entertainment. And no better way to do it in the biggest platform in the world as YouTube.
Just build on that, Tomás. You talk about it's not a commercial platform, but there is a commercial element built into it. How did you do it in a way that didn't take anything away from the original premise of the platform, the idea that it was going to give fans unfiltered access to the biggest sporting star in the world?
Well, the commercial issue is there, but the success of this platform is Cristiano, not us. And in his mind, it's not a commercial platform, it's a cultural platform. And we try to think ideas. I will tell you an idea. We go to the studio, we have 20 ideas. You choose. This one, yes. This one, no. What if we do this one? So it's from him. It's very genuine.
So he's still involved in it on a...
Totally involved. So imagine, I go, let's play a game with your wife. The game is about travel. I don't like this game. Let's do a game with my son. And the topic is sports. So it's totally involved because he knows what he wants to show to the audience. And the numbers that we have so far, I believe, is because we have the creative ideas, he has the power of decision, and the mix between the creative and the organic and genuine decision is the key for the success of the content. I'll give you an example. Mr. Beast. So imagine Cristiano collaborating with Mr. Beast. This is the ADN of YouTube. And he was able to do it in a genuine form. So we propose him, 10 ideas of challenges with Mr. Beast. He chooses 3, and himself creates another one. So that's the key of the content. That's the key of the platform. That's what the audience wants from him. And he knows, he understands that.
Sarah, build on that. what was it about the platform that really stood out for you? And of all the ways that you could have partnered with Ronaldo, why the channel? Particularly given there's no playbook for it, it's a fairly unique proposition in market.
Right. So I just want to take a minute to acknowledge that Binance and Web3 are really at the beginning of a new era, right? So I think the industry has truly matured a lot, recently with the new players, new institutions, the regulatory growth and progress. And so my role is to leverage these strategic partnerships to support that sustainable growth. And no one better than to do that with than Cristiano and his platform and community that he's built on YouTube. That brings tremendous power to help us grow awareness, credibility, education. And so that was really the pull for us.
And how are you thinking about that relationship, that partnership moving forward? How you bring it to life?
Yeah, so at Binance, our user focus is really key to marketing, and so we can use these partnerships, right, to build use cases that are beyond investing and beyond trading, and so we can actually help educate users, put the technology in their hands, and it truly helps demystify and foster that trust. And so content, storytelling through that content is key.
And Pedro, what's it been like partnering with the YouTube channel? And I guess within that, what have you learned about, the sports, the fandom around it on YouTube over the last year or so?
Yeah, so the magic about YouTube is that you just need to have an incredible idea. You have a camera, and as a platform, we offer an audience around the world for you to express yourself. And of course, in the case of Cristiano, so we see the rise of lots of YouTubers who are now becoming major stars. They're becoming, they are becoming the new Hollywood. They themselves already have their own studios. They're becoming their own enterprises, having a huge impact on the entertainment industry. And Cristiano, unsurprisingly, when he decided to jump into YouTube, you and I had several conversations about this. Are we sure we want to do this? It's going to be huge. It's going to create a massive impact on Cristiano as well as on YouTube. And quickly, of course, Cristiano was able to bring all the fandom that follows him around the world into a platform that has a reach around the world. But more importantly, it allowed Cristiano to evolve his digital presence, because right now the fans of YouTube expect to see ongoing fresh content, ongoing news, ongoing facets of Cristiano's life. People that have a connection with creators on YouTube expect to see the authentic life of the creators. Actually, that's the bond that is established between a YouTube creator and their fans, is that unique voice of authenticity, I know that my creator is speaking his own voice to me when they come on YouTube. And Cristiano does it brilliantly with an amazing team behind. And this is how he's now building a full media company really behind him. I mean, for all intents and purposes, Cristiano on YouTube is becoming a broadcaster. He's becoming a massive media company. And I think this is where the future is going to be.
Why do so many athletes struggle to make that shift? Because it's a core part of the narrative around fandom today. And there are many instances of athletes trying to make that play. But it feels like Cristiano Ronaldo's in a sort of space of his own.
It's not only athletes. It is lots of celebrities try to do that. But the mistake they make is just because they're celebrities, including sports celebrities or athletes, they just make the mistake that just because they're famous, they bring their audience with them and they're going to be a success. But you can't. Because on YouTube, in order to be success, you have to have an ongoing relationship with your creator, which means that you may be a great athlete on a sport, but the question is, are you a good content creator? Are you going to bring me news? Are you going to give me the content that I want? Are you going to give me the freshness of the content that I want, and does it feel authentic? And this is a full-time job. It's not exactly easy, and these guys are really the machine. I mean, it's really not easy. So, and that was the conversation I had a lot with Tomás for a long, long time was, is Cristiano really fully committed in producing the content that is required in order to be successful on YouTube? And you see a lot of athletes moving to YouTube and not necessarily being successful because you need to have a commitment long-term with content creation.
Yeah, I think also it's important, and as I can see in the audience of the Cristiano channel, this is the Z generation, very young kids. In my generation, my hero was Superman, Spider-Man, Hulk. And now for the kids, the superheroes are real persons. Cristiano is a superhero for the kids. So instead of doing this like a Superman, they do the C. So when we have this kind of engagement that is, I don't know, I cannot explain if it is cultural or whatever, you need to be also, you can disappoint these people that feels like you are a superhero. And when you have this compromise of YouTube that YouTube demands, of course, again, he's a football player, he's not a YouTuber. But the strategy is to have some boosts during the year to engage with the audience.
But you also have to be willing to learn from your audience and adapt, right? Has that been something, what's that been like over the last year? In terms of challenging certain preconceived ideas about how it was going to sort of work out and being able to course correct when it didn't.
Yeah, totally. We are moving now to the next stage of the channel, and this is also game changer because we are bringing IPs to the channel. And when you bring IPs, own IPs for the channel with a figure like Cristiano, IPs that he likes, not only IPs that the audience likes. So IPs that he likes that fits the audience. I think could be I can say that could help also YouTube in his bigger transformation that they are passing through. But a personality like Cristiano, he is the most known guy in the planet, that's for sure. So with this audience, when he bring IPs that he likes, that he's engaged with, and the audience likes, I think we have a strong starting of a media company of Cristiano, using, of course, the channel of YouTube, but other platforms. We just to mention, we just closed a partnership. Cristiano just closed it with Marv. Marv is Hollywood movies. So now we are going to Hollywood also. So this is step by step the first dance strategy, because he doesn't like the last dance. He told us in the meetings, no, Thomas, don't talk me about the last dance. So let's talk about the first dance. And what do you mean? The first dance is my life after the green pitch. Now I'm going to the red carpet, from the green to the red carpet. And this mindset of Cristiano is what it is. It feels like the first dance is the next chapter of his life. And what best as content, entertainment, IPs to engage, not the audience of a stadium, a football stadium, but the audience of a YouTube platform.
Sarah, Thomas is talking about IP there. How are you thinking about the next phase of the kind of partnership? Because you're kind of at the nexus of something really interesting in the industry, which is this collision of kind of marketing and entertainment as a sort of reaction to many of the trends that Thomas and Pedro have outlined.
Right. So through the power of Cristiano, we've been able to really educate millions and millions of sports fans about the power of blockchain technology, right? And we've been able to put that into their hands through the NFT collection, but it's so much more than a digital asset, right? So we're bringing his fans to train with him, to celebrate with him, to meet him, and we're personalizing that experience, right? And they're getting their hands on it, and they're feeling it, and then they're learning about it. We're telling them about it. We're going to take Cristiano on his own journey, right? And so I think that personalizes that digital experience for us, and to bring it to life on a platform like YouTube will drive even more impact for us.
Pedro, what does it look like? What does the future of the partnership look like from your perspective? How are you thinking about that next level beyond the IP part, or even just embellishing that?
So we continue to collaborate a lot. Cristiano has amazing plans for the future, of which I cannot reveal necessarily here. But the strong connection, the strong partnership we've established between ourselves and Cristiano allows us to have a first look at some of the ideas and some of the future plans that he has. And the big question that Tomás and the team keeps coming back to us is always, hey, we're thinking about this. How can YouTube make it bigger? How can YouTube make it stronger? How can YouTube make it, more known? How can you collaborate? And so I expect, given the sheer force of Cristiano and the power that he has on audiences around the world to continue to bring us new and new opportunities all the way. I mean, I feel that we're still scratching the surface, quite frankly, because we just started. And we started with a bang. It was a huge success to launch, continues to be. But I think if you sit down for more than 5 minutes, you know that there's so much that could be done if you only have time and resources and focus. So I think we are going to be busy for the next few years with new ideas.
Yeah, and also YouTube are always, and the key for the success also is about YouTube and the collaboration that we have. Because they are always asking us, let's test this tool. Let's do this with this new technology that we have. So we have a lot of opportunities because Cristiano could be the game changer of this. And when we have the Dentsu agency all over the world bringing ideas to these big brands with YouTube or a partner like Binance, there's no limits. We can do everything. We can start a new trend on YouTube with Cristiano, with creativity, with the Dentsu network, with Binance or other sponsors. So the sky is really the limit.
And actually, this triangle, it is the golden triangle. This is where we expect more ideas to come from, not only for Cristiano, but overall on YouTube. This strong connection between a big brand who believes in the path of a YouTuber, a very strong YouTuber that has a unique connection and trust with its audience, and then the platform. This is something that is very precious, and you should expect to see this more and more often.
On that point, are you actually seeing that now that this, through the launch of this channel, it is actually changing the way you have discussions with other athletes, with other entertainment sort of celebrities, and the way you think about partnerships moving forward as well?
So for us, I will say that, having that star power drives awareness, right? And that's easy to do with Cristiano, of course, but the fact that he is a co-creator and that he has a long-term commitment, it's so much more than an endorsement. And so that helps us with that planning. And so when we are talking to others, we're looking for those same partners that share that DNA, that share that value of community, that vision that we can build from there. Otherwise, we couldn't do it.
Yeah, I would say that Binance is a very good example of an advertising that it's almost ahead of its times because it realized that the strong connection with the partner, with the fans, is something that is precious, is critical, and can be productively used from a marketing standpoint in ways that the fans love, the creator will love, and the platform loves. So it's great, and we see lots of more brands becoming like Binance, which is great.
Quickly go. I think we've got time for one last question, and I'll just breeze through it. Could you all give your biggest takeaway from the launch? Your biggest takeaway from the launch?
I think maybe just building on what I said, that the star power and the awareness isn't enough, right? You have to have that clear utility and that strong community to make it a true success.
YouTube is not a guarantee of success. A creator is not only a guarantee of success, and a brand backer is not a guarantee of success. It's actually how you establish the connection between these three things is the only way to guarantee success.
Well, I use a sentence from Cristiano himself. He used to say, live the present. And imagine, to be clear, the guy, Cristiano has everything. He's the known person in the world. He has sports success. He wants everything. He has a lot of money for the next generations, but he wants to do this, to be close to his fans, to live the present. And I think this is a strong message from a person that is a GOAT, but is a very humbled person in real life.
And that's a great place to wrap up on. So please join me in giving our great panelists a round of applause.
Thank you.